All right. Finally. These days, lately, all I do is just when I'm not live streaming, all I do is just rehearse what I want to say in a live stream, and then I don't say it really. I just still improvise what I'm saying. But I try. I try like in my head rehearsing like, oh, what am I gonna say? What am I gonna say? What am I gonna say? Not because I'm worried about it, not because I would care about saying the right thing or not, just because this is the only way that I feel like I can actually express myself and say what I want to say and stuff. Because as from the very from the very beginning of attempting to start this company, I've only ever wanted to talk about my company. I don't want to talk about anything else, and nobody wants to talk to me about that. And the people that even the people that want to talk to me about other things, they're terrible listeners. So I don't actually get to express myself. But in this manner, I can express myself. It's like therapy, except for it's free and I can do it whenever I want. Um, and I used to write in notebooks. Like this is exactly what I used to do, but I would just write in notebooks. But I couldn't write at home. I had to write at a coffee shop or something. So this is kind of better as far as that goes. Hmm, where is something I can use to block this LED light? Because it is very annoying. What happened to the thing I had earlier? Running out of these little things. Oh. So I was really nervous earlier. I'm still slightly, and I still have some anxiety going on, some amount of anxiety, but I feel like it's theoretically possible that I have been exposed to secondhand marijuana smoke again, as usual. So, but I also kind of invested in an anti-anxiety protocol here, consisting of black chocolate and sardines and oysters. um, I should really put some paper towels down because this is gonna get messy probably. Um, so what am I anxious about exactly? I don't know. I guess money. Pretty much just money. I need to make money. And so when I'm like making progress on something, then my anxiety goes down. Even though I haven't made any money, I can foresee making money in the future. But when I haven't gotten shit done, like today, I didn't get anything done. Really, not really anything. The only thing that I felt good about doing today was calling that woman. Also, actually, though, I was saying earlier in my live stream earlier today that I should really clip up these live streams a lot. Like, I guess before I was thinking of like making clips out of live streams in terms of like it's convenient. It's like it's cool that I can do that. It's cool that I have that option. But I think I should treat it more like it's a necessary component of my work. It's a way of reviewing what I did and what was effective and what was not effective, and remembering things and taking notes, basically, and also sharing with people. Since nobody watches my live streams, which is fine. uh, but I can always share with people, share the at least the key parts, the important parts. I can share by just by sending them a clip. But especially because I do a lot of little tests. You know, almost everything I do is just like a test. Like, would this work? If I did this, would this work? Would this work? Would this work? Um, Without good documentation, the tests are pointless because you forget that you did the test and whether or not it worked. Um, and just in general, like I've been a big user of Anki for many years. And I just think, I'm really having a hard time finding the words that I want to say here. But it's like, it's almost like slow is fast and fast is slow. I mean, certainly in language learning, when you're learning new words, it feels slow. It feels like you're not learning fast enough. But actually, if you retain all the new words that you learn, you're learning really fast. The problem is you do not retain most of the words you learn. You forget almost everything. And so you have to relearn the same things over and over and over. Um, and I kind of feel like that's the same thing in business. If you remember each lesson that you learn from when you learn it and you just remember it and you never forget it, then it will feel slower in the moment because you're not constantly like plunging into a new thing because you're reviewing everything you've done, and it takes a lot of time to review. But in the long run, you are, and not even that long of a long run, like a couple weeks is when it starts to be faster. You're actually going way faster, because you're not letting things aren't slipping through the cracks, and you're learning things. So that's what I think about this, like going forward with the live streams. Like, I should, as much as possible, when I'm working, I should be on live stream. Uh, and for each live stream, I shouldn't just be like, well, that was a live stream, moving on with life now. Do another one tomorrow. It's like I should consider going through the live stream and editing it to be like an essential component of my work. Basically. And every time I do listen to a live stream um from previous, I always think like, um there's nothing I can learn from this because it's in the past. And so anything that I would have learned, that I would learn from it, like I already have in my brain, like it's already there. Anything that happened that was important, I would have remembered. Uh and then also I think it's like it's got to be boring because everything in it I already know. But every time I watch live stream, that both of those ideas are totally wrong. There's always tons of things that I totally forgot about, details that things that I didn't realize the significance of at the time. But now with a little more context, I look back and I gain more knowledge from basically reliving that experience. And on top of that, I don't know. I don't know. I think I just kept on. I just started a sentence with no idea where I was going with it. But yeah, it's really good to to review, and you see things that you forgot, and you and just and to review my own logic behind things. Especially because again, this is a very lonely endeavor, and nobody gets me. Nobody knows what the fuck I'm doing. Most people I talk to about it, they spend some time trying to convince me that I'm stupid and wrong. And so it's nice to hear my own thinking played back to me and be like, oh, it actually does make sense. It's just that other people I talk to don't have the right context, they don't have the understanding, or they don't. I mean, there's a lot of different. I don't know. I feel like I forgot something there. That sentence that I started and then it just flew away immediately. I feel like there was actually something there about the whole using live streams as a way of reviewing, using live streams the way I used to use Anki cards. So using live streams to run my business the way I used to use Anki cards to learn language, which is to say nothing slips through the cracks. Everything gets retained. And you don't even have to work as many hours, but every single thing that you do is captured and then you process it. And I honestly think if I do that, um, I'll make progress way faster. Yeah, I think what I was gonna say is that not only was there always like things to learn from and things to like gain more from with the context of what's happened in the meantime, but like I always assume it's gonna be boring, and it's never boring. It's almost never boring. It's always like really fucking fascinating to me. So I listen to the live stream and I'm just like, holy shit, I had forgotten that. Oh my God, like this, it's just really interesting. I find them really interesting when I'm listening to them. And also sometimes when I'm dying of anxiety, it's the only way that I can um fall asleep. Um and and especially with all the secondhand marijuana smoke. And sometimes firsthand marijuana smoke, or edibles. Like, it is like a way of keeping track of what I'm working on and why I'm working on it, and then when I lose my way of finding it again. So with that in mind, instead of being like, "Do more, do more, do more," I almost feel like what I should do is go back and try to clip up today's live streams or yesterday's live streams, or go back a month and find everything that, is worth reviewing. I think people don't do that. Well, I mean, even people who are on YouTube and people who make videos, podcasters, whatever, I bet you most of them like almost never go back and watch like old podcasts and like review them. Ugh. Okay, so all that said, I also have coffee. I'm not sure if I should drink the coffee or just try to get some sleep. Maybe I should just try to sleep if I can. I feel pretty tired. Pretty sure I have like a low grade cold going on. Like my throat is sore. I'm like tired more than normal. My body temperature is like all over the place. But yeah. The other thing about the live streams is that, I just compared it to Anki a second ago, but it used to be I would quite often have really bad anxiety until I looked at my Pocket app. And once I looked at my Pocket app, I would remember all the things that I had been looking up and saving articles about. And then I would remember like why and the logic that led me there. Um, I would find the article or the set of articles which were the most pertinent to what I was doing, what I was trying to learn, basically. And then when I found that, all anxiety would dissipate, and I'd be hyper focused on the right thing. And I feel like the live streams now are kind of like Pocket at that time, in that well, first of all, it could be in a very literal sense, which is in that I use Google Saved now as as Pocket, now that Pocket is shut down. And sometimes I could just live stream myself reading through my Google Saved articles. But additionally, um, just if it's like something that I said or did, and the live streams can like, it's like that there's something that like you forgot about. You have this like a lot of anxiety. I think comes from feeling like you forgot something, and so if you're going through and like you'll find whatever it was that was like something that you thought was really important, and then you forgot. Anyways, um, yeah, I don't know. With that in mind, Jesus, that's loud. Yeah, what's up, man?
Yo, what's happening? You still at home, brother?
Yeah, I'm at home.
Man, what happened to you today, man? I thought you were cool, man.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's okay. I guess that's all you, anyways, every day. So, we'll be there later at home. We're gonna hang out with you later on, and I will give you an extra burrito.
It's okay. You don't need to bring me a burrito. I don't want a burrito.
No, tomorrow extra burrito in the fridge, So you put it in the oven, and you have an extra burrito. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't.
You gotta heat it up.
But did you get what I was saying when I said I don't really want the burrito?
Yeah, you gotta heat it up, because if you don't heat it up, you'll have diarrhea. It makes sense. You put shit in the fridge, and then you heat it after 8 hours, you're gonna have a diarrhea. The food is not
Okay, I was in the middle of doing something. I was actually in the middle of doing something, so I'll talk to you later. Okay, bye. God damn. Just fucking call me and interrupt what I'm doing to tell me bullshit that's totally unnecessary. And you're telling me all this about you have to reheat the burrito, and if otherwise you get motherfucker. I told you I don't want the burrito. And then he's like, "What was happening with you? You slept until 2 in the afternoon, motherfucker. What do you think? I'm trying to work. I'm trying to get up and get going and get work done, and you're sleeping in the living room where I'm trying to work." But I will say one thing that's been bothering me. I feel like there's something in the room where I'm sleeping that's causing my throat to be fucked up. It seems like it gets aggravated every time I'm in the room. And so I want to be like out here, and I want to be like moving around and making noise, which is normal, which is what I've been doing in this apartment for 5 years. But now I'm bothering people when I do that. And it's like, but they sleep all fucking day. But they can't really know. They don't really know that like it bothers me to be in the room. I think the air in the room is not that good. And honestly, I would swap the air out. I would open the window and swap the air out. And that'd be good. But the reason I want to do that is because they're going to complain. And then so the air is bad and everything. And then they turn on the oven, and then they put plastic in the oven. It's just every single thing they do is just annoying the shit out of me. I just got to get out of here. And then they always talk to me about food. They're always talking to me about food. And it's like, I get that that's a normal human thing. I'm the weird out here, for sure, that I don't want to talk about food. But it's like, okay, shut the fuck up about burritos. I am trying to start a business. And as much as I like burritos, it's not worth interrupting what I'm working on. Even if what I'm working on is just this, I'm just talking to myself. I'm just trying to sort my brain out, decide what is important to do and what is not that important to do. This chocolate is it's way sweeter than I thought it was, which is bad because the point was not to load up on sugar. All right. Anyway, so with all that said, I kind of feel like the only thing that's left to do is go back through the live streams. At the very least, the live stream from earlier today. I feel like watching that is more beneficial than um trying to push forward, I guess. Especially the way I've been doing things, just more demos, more calls, more emails, more, and I feel like um there was a point when that was a good way to do things. But now we're past that point. At this point, it's like don't do more things, do the right things. And cut out the things that are not worth doing. Only do things you're going to build on. Don't do things you're not going to build on. And if you want to only do things that you're going to build on, you need to know why you're doing everything that you're doing. You need to be pretty fucking clear about why you're doing everything. Now that I've had this chocolate, I kind of want to drink the coffee, even though it's going to put me in a bad place because just now, a second ago, I was calm and sleepy, and I thought I could go get some sleep and listen potentially to the live streams, but now, but that will put me in a state where half of me is trying to go, and half of me is trying to calm down. And the other thing is I won't even be able to get going tomorrow because I did the caffeine and sugar thing late at night today. Anyways, making funny faces here for the viewers that are listening at home. I'm just making funny faces at the camera, making my Tim Robinson face. So there are a few. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like I should have review again what I'm doing, some of the things that I'm doing here. Some of the things that I worked on today, that I've been working on, include making a directory of Dambing restaurants in Hualien, calling them, experimenting with this new ability I have to embed chatbots within a chatbot response. thinking about how to explain things to people. Starting with that, like why that is cool. But then using that as an example of why it's so difficult to explain things in general to people. Um, and then there's there's still the SEO thing. I don't know, whatever. I need to go get my clothes out of the laundry. I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna go get my clothes out the laundry.